So one of my coaching clients did something really interesting the other day. She signed up for an international dating site. Not to find the one, but really just to have a human connection again, to start talking to people because she had been single for a while. And she said within minutes, she was absolutely bombarded by cheesy one liners. She said message after message, photos. She said it felt like a friggin' meat market and not even an organic one. You know what I mean? She said it lasted a few hours. So she was online for a few hours and then she closed her account. Because you know what? Deep down, she knew that's not how she was meant to meet her person. Not by a swipe or a scroll, not in that noise. You know, her love story is a vibration, and all of our love stories are vibrations. It's a whisper. I call this a cosmic pull. And, you know, she said she was really okay being alone again for a little while, especially if it meant that she was choosing herself fully and being completely authentic to her own needs, her own wants, her own desires, until someone arrives that chooses her completely, right? So yeah, it felt like a meat market, and you know, we kind of laughed about it, and it was overwhelming. Like, you know, the experience wasn't a failure though. It was a frequency calibration. And what happened is she got crystal clear on what she wanted and what she didn't want. And that helps the universe refine like what you do want, right? And what it's sending your way. So energetically, you're not just calling in a partner, you're calling in like a sacred exchange of energy. You're calling in a soul who sees you, who chooses you, who honors your softness, your power. And that kind of love isn't found through inboxes and menus. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not, crapping on online dating. However, there's a kind of love that's orchestrated by energy, by magnetism, by divine timing. And you can attract that in using a love mantra. And it's a phrase or an affirmation that you can use on a regular. It helps to align your energy with the love that you're calling in. It recalibrates your frequency after moments that have felt off. So after she was on this website and, attracted all these weirdos, she had to like recalibrate her energy and come back to what does she really want? What kind of energy does she want to feel? So you anchor your worth, right? You're reminding yourself of the love that you actually deserve, not just something that you're attracting, by swiping. So it's not just words, it's vibration. It's a vibration work, right? So a mantra helps you become the frequency of love so you can attract it in its most aligned, most soul recognizing forms, okay? So here's one that you can use on a daily. I am love embodied. I attract devotion, depth, and soul aligned connections with ease and with flow. My heart is magnetic. My energy is sacred, and my love is worth the wait. Try repeating this every day and see what kind of love and what kind of energy you attract in. For more tidbits on love, I'm Jules.